Hello, everyone. So this is the live pick a card that I promised everybody. I know it's Saturday night, so I'm not sure how many people will join, but I have 4 piles in front of me, filled with all different kinds of cards with all different kinds of voices, and I don't know what's in the piles. I don't know what's in any single one of them. So we're gonna go through each pile together, step by step, just card by card. These messages are messages. When I meditated on the cards and cleansed these cards, I asked for messages of inspiration and guidance. Hey, Wing Woman. Hey, Amber. I asked for, hey, Maxine. I asked for guidance. I asked for healing and inspiration. That's what I asked for. So this is the message that you need to hear right now. They are not zodiac sign specific. They are intuitive specific. So what I would ask for you right now is to concentrate and focus and think of the 4 piles that are in front of me and think about which pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, or pile 4 you feel drawn to the deepest. Let's meditate on it for a second. Just focus on it and think about it as I say hi to everybody. Hey, Emily, Jolene, Joe, what's up? Hi, YouTube crowd. I wonder how many of you catch me live on Instagram too. I did a Snapchat announcement as well. We'll see. Catch me on Snapchat, guys. Born Without Boundaries Tarot over there too. If you didn't realize that I had, if you didn't realize that I had a Snapchat, I do. So go on over there. But I have 4 piles in front of me. Now I'm thinking about, let's see, can I switch the camera around? I'm not really sure how to pause this to do that. Interesting. Not really sure how to do that. Oh well. Because I would really like you to be able to see the cards. You know what I'm saying? And of course, for the playback, I will timestamp them. So let me actually get a pencil and paper down. I'll take it down. All right, let's wait and focus just a little bit. I'm going to do a cleansing bell. This is the sound cleansing that I do all the time for each of my decks. I do a sound cleansing constantly so that just so the energies are cleared. Sound cleansing actually for me was a great alternative to sage. I have my sage always with me, but the sage gets really smoky and it started to infect my lungs. It's just too much. So I learned about sound cleansing, and it's this beautiful, beautiful alternative to saging. It really does purify the energies in the room. And so I'm going to give 2 tolls on the Tibetan bell in front of me. 1 high vibration, 1 lower vibration. And as I do, meditate and pick intuitively what pile you feel drawn to the most. And we'll listen to all of the messages that come through. So you've selected your pile. Let's start with pile 1. The angel card message for pile 1. Archangel Michael is present with you. The path is now clear. I have removed all obstacles in your way. You can move forward now with ease and confidence. You will achieve what your heart desires. Okay. There is only light. So this is illumination from deep within. It starts from the inside and it goes to the outside. It's the acknowledgement that we, even as flesh and blood creatures, are creatures of light, and that we're just another form of light. Solid is just another form of light. So this is a connectivity. Love and light is a connectivity to all. And when we connect to all is where we find the balance, where we find the breakthrough. It's how we find our way over obstacles that otherwise seem insurmountable. So it's almost like not even breaking through, but by becoming fluid and understanding that those things that seem like obstacles in our way are fluid as well. And so we don't have to move them. All we have to do is connect to them so that we can understand them, integrate with them, and pass through them. There's a fluency so far to your experience, or a fluency that has been sort of enabled by an understanding that obstacles are just a matter of perception. 2 tarot cards I've picked. 10 of Cups, so this is happy endings and abundance coming through in your life. This is hope, and this is joy, this is fulfillment. This is a sort of contented fulfillment. This is dreams come true, as in your family, happiness, the house on the hill with the kids playing in the yard. This is healing, maybe even some healing over obstacles that have come between you or things in your family, some sort of family difficulties that you may have been struggling against, or if you were struggling to have a family, find somebody to have a family with, or build a family. These are obstacles that are soon going to be cleared out of your way. This is reconnecting perhaps the family members that had been distanced from you, or in some way, you hadn't been speaking for some reason. This is the healing of old wounds, reconnecting, and finding yourself belonging once again, or finding yourself belonging where you, like finding the group that you belong to. But this is definitely sort of the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Your cup's fulfilled, and at your journey's end, you're whole and you're happy and you're where you want to be. Followed by the Queen of Wands, passion and direction. So this was a long journey of faith in what you believe, faith in what you were creating. If you are a creator, this is a beautiful reading for you, because this is whatever creation you're working on, whatever creation you're sacrificing for, whatever dream you're manifesting is going to be manifested. And those blocks and those obstacles are going to be helped out of your way, as in divine intervention. This is your path. You have a passion for it for a reason. It was put into you from the time that you were young. This is the path that you decided to follow, finding your passion, finding your direction, and looking into the future. So what this card is telling me is that perhaps you're still on the hard road, and that these happy endings are still in the future, but that is what is in your future, a happy ending. Know that, and allow yourself to know that you're also not alone, that those obstacles are, you're not walking the path alone. Your path is now clear. I removed all the obstacles in your way. You can move forward now with ease and confidence. You will achieve your heart's desires. So whatever you set your sights on, this is a happy ending you can be looking at. Okay, this is the happy ending. This is that the struggles are going to be over. They're coming to an end, but not in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? It's like the struggles and the obstacles are really, you know what, I can say this to you right now. I can say this right. I could tell that this pile, whoever picked pile one, you are a group that is not going to let anything get in your way. That until you get to this, you're going to have the mentality of, I'm just going to keep moving forward, because you really have a strong belief and faith in what you do, and knowing that what you do is valued, knowing that what you do is valuable, knowing that your dreams or your concepts or your beliefs, you are determined beyond determined, and you have stuck to your path. And that tenacity, that kind of direction of energy is really what's going to give you your abundance, and what's really going to talk to the angels, the spirits, the gods, your ancestors, whoever it is that you believe in and talk to. They know I'm on board, because this, beyond any doubt, is what group one has told me they wanted. And it's that tenacity and commitment, that decision to not stop, that is going to be your major breakthrough and conduct you to where you want to be. And it's also why karma, the angels, all the energies are on your side pushing for you, because you have been so clear about what you want. Now, if this isn't what you feel, this is your path, this is your direction, this is the message you need to hear. Get clear on what you want, be determined, so that make a decision. This is going to happen. I'm not going to take no for an answer. This is what is going to happen. And so get in that mindset. That's the message you need to hear. If you've been experiencing these blocks, this is a solution. This is the pathway forward. This is the mindset that you need to embody, and the energy you need to start radiating is, no, this is real. This is what's going to happen. I won't stop until it is this way. And get into that mindset, and that's what's going to help push you through any hard times or obstacles you've been facing. Goddess of oneness. And we started off with this energy, remember, of connectivity, of being connected to everything around you. And this is an energy of, first of all, traveling light. Second of all, connecting with spirit, letting go of all those superfluous things that don't really matter or becoming cumbersome or getting in your way. It could be a message of having to make a lot of cutbacks, or, run real slim sometimes on resources, but honestly, finding the beauty in it, finding the connectivity, and finding those resources that are always abundant to you, which is nature, grounding your energy, walking with your feet in the dirt, understanding that you don't walk alone, that there's always earth there to help you and purify you and clean you out, like cleanse you, literally subdue all of those chaotic and crazy energies. You can just let them be reabsorbed into the earth, so that you can feel cleansed, and you can feel renewed, and you can feel lighter, so that your path, which is not necessarily the clearest one, so that your path is easier as you walk it, and you do not walk it alone. This is the affirmation of spirit walking with you always, of you being connected to spirit, being in communion with constant spiritual inputs and messages, receiving messages from spirit. And I hear you talking to spirit often, communing, understanding that there is a pure and easy and direct connectivity to everything that there is around you, so that there is a sense of wholeness and completeness about you at all times. Music. I knew you were creators. There's some sort of energy here about creating and composing, maybe even teaching people, but definitely having an innate understanding and appreciation for the arts, being a very artistic person, especially a musical person, but wanting to share your art with other people. So it's not just for your own sake. It's finding that connectivity, 100%, that oneness between you and the people who are outside of you, and finding those messages and the ways to share those messages in the way that people will listen. And this is something that's always run very deep in you, and it's something that you're concentrated on, it's something that you're focused on, it's something that you want more than anything. It matters to you. It matters to you not just to be a millionaire or a billionaire, because gosh, that would be nice. But it matters to you to be seen and noticed and be able to share your gifts of that sort of soulful syncopation that's deep inside of you. This isn't, you have to be seen. There's definitely an energy to you that says, I have to be seen. I have to share. This has to be public. You like people. Yes, you like your alone time, and there's so often that you like to be alone, but at the same time, you feel energized in front of a crowd. You feel most at home when you are alive and performing. You feel most alive when you are communicating and getting people to communicate and getting people to interact, to listen, to respond, to speak. You love inspiring people. And that's that connection from the beginning, from the moment we opened up this reading, of understanding that you are not separate from anybody else and finding those correct vibrations to connect to everyone around you. And this is your path. This is your soul path, which can be a very difficult one. We all know that, of course, artists have a hard time making their way in the world, paying rent, eating, doing those simple things, because what is most important to them are their gifts, and it's what they put first all the time. So I would not be surprised if the people who felt drawn to pile one were the artists and the artistic entrepreneurs and people who want to share their gifts with the greater world. Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. This is a divine feminine energy. This is the energy of receiving. Now, once again, there's a couple of messages here. You are ready to receive, but you are also a receptive person. You are somebody who is close to females. You close to a feminine energy. Feminine energy is healing. It's nurturing. It's also absorptive. So you're probably a very empathetic person. You probably absorb a lot of other people's emotions and a lot of people's pain, but you have a strong sense of, you have a strong unit, a strong tribe, let's put it that way. Maybe a sisterhood, maybe a brotherhood. There's an energy of you needing your tribe around you, or being called to find that tribe that really appreciates your gifts and you appreciate theirs, a group that you can work with. A lot of artists find this to be very advantageous, is finding that group, that writer that they can write with. You know, they're a lyricist and they're finding the composer that they can work with all the time. Or, you know, you're a painter and you're finding, you know, an author that you can work with all the time. You know what I'm saying? Finding that group of people, that artistic circle that is really that really feeds your soul as you feed theirs. This could be this. I feel like a lot of you already are. You already have that tribe, and you're all working to create together. But there's also this call to, for those of you who have lost your way or feel lost. You're being called toward that tribe. You're being called to share your gifts. Share your gifts with a smaller group first. Find that tribe that will support your efforts. Find that tribe that will support your energies, inspire you, give you inspiration as you give them inspiration, will believe in you, you know, will work for you for free, right? And you give to them and they give to you, and just find that tribe and find that community before, you know, and that's what's going to actually help to drive you forward, is that oneness with them. This reading is all about taking oneness, who you are, and expanding it and connecting so that you start to grow larger in your oneness, and you start to incorporate a larger oneness into yourself through family or a tribe or a group of friends or colleagues that you can work together with. Get out there, be inspired, become part of a group, become part of a, maybe not a club, but form your own group, you know, form your own production company, whatever it is that you're working on. Work with others to manifest a combined dream. And then we have know your worth. This is a really interesting card for this reading because especially when you're involved in the performing arts, you can get caught up in the superfluous. Well, look how I look and look how I present myself. Do not work on presenting yourself in any specific way now. What you need to focus on and what you need to work on is the work underneath, is making sure that what you can do is quality, of believing in who you are and believing that what you provide doesn't need that much decoration on top of it. Making sure that you stay away from those people who would take you and turn you into a cookie cutter Disney character. Like, that's not what you want. What you want is to be accepted and appreciated for who you are. But first, that has to come from you, right? In other words, don't sell out. Like, don't be tempted to sell out because it could be so easy, right? It could get so easy. Slow down and allow things to unfold. Give yourself that time to devote yourself to the steady, slow growth of your craft and of your skill. If you rush things, that's how we end up selling out. That's how we end up taking that deal that says to us, okay, well, this is what we're going to make you look like. This is what we're going to make you sound like. This is what we want from you. That's not what you want, and that's not your soul tribe. I can tell that you've been dreaming about this forever. Well, those dreams have come from spirit. Those dreams have come from the divine. Those dreams are dreams that were put to you as part of your soul purpose here on earth. So they're not just dreams, they're instructions. You don't have to rush this. In fact, making sure that you take your time to put quality over speed is going to change your path to that happy ending that you saw at the beginning. It's really interesting that the reading started off with you as a happy ending, you being fulfilled, and then it worked its way back to what do you need to do and how, like, what do you need to do and how do you need to align yourself to get there. Don't rush yourself. There's a lot of 9 energy coming through this reading. 9 and 5 plus 4 is the energy of 9. This is the energy of fire, of creation. And that's what we got with the Queen of Swords. You are creating something. You are a master creator. If you rush it, there will be breaks and cracks, and the quality will just falter. You don't want that. Don't rush it, and don't let people make you into what works for them or what's profitable for them. Instead, you know you and be authentically you and broaden yourself and connect to other people who believe in you and see you too. Because the more authentic you are, the more you will bring people to you and call people to you that are part of your soul tribe, and you will grow and expand together. And the beautiful thing, remember that we got that phenomenal 10 of cups. Remember that beautiful thing is that when you are happy and when you have that happy ending, you're not alone. You're not going to arrive there alone. And that's part of the happiness, is that this will be shared abundance. It will be shared happiness. Part of the abundance you will experience is a family, a tribe, a true sense of belonging. And I just saw 2323, which means divine counterpart. So, group 1, I hope you enjoyed this message. We're going to move on to group 2, but please, please, please go back and replay it as much as you want. And if it's not where you are right now, it is definitely what you needed to hear. And I hope that you can get a lot of useful suggestions and help from the reading. Okay, let's move on to group 2. Whoever meditated and focused on group 2, this is for you. Let me write down the timestamp. Right now is group 2. All right, group 2. Thanks for everybody for joining. I'm sorry I didn't get to. Hey, Amber. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Joanne. Okay. Creative potential. Creative potential is group 2. This is your angel message card. You are by nature infinitely creative. Life is a sea of creative potential just waiting to be expressed through you. You are free to express all your heart desires. So this is really interesting, especially as we sit near group one. I don't know if you're just joining now or if you're listening this on replay, you might want to go back to group one. Group one, I feel like you know what you want. You know what your creative path is. And this your message was to stick to it. Group two, I feel like you're more looking for your purpose and looking to understand your potential and almost getting comfortable with being a creative person because maybe you had distanced yourself from your creativity. Like I said, having a life that is creative driven is a very difficult life, and it's one that most people stereotype as irresponsible or impractical, or sometimes, and that's it's heinous that people say this, but lazy. Like artists are lazy, which is so hilarious because I know when I went to theater school, we all had the most credits on our every semester that we were working on, and we all spent the most time in school. So there's just no way, shape, or form that the creative people, the creative bunch, are the lazy bunch. But we do get that rap because we don't do the 9 to 5 thing. Most of us work 1 or 2 jobs plus spend our other additional time on working on what we really believe in, and yet we get that bad rap. So I feel like this is a group that really needs to break that fear cycle of being afraid of their creative self. There's a lot of naysaying, right? There's a lot of disconnect when it comes to the public opinion. You're not an actor, you're not a writer, you're not a singer or a songwriter or an artist unless you're a millionaire and you're a household name and people know your name. And that's just really not true. There are millions of artists working everywhere around the globe all the time, loving their life. They may not be rich, but they're happy every day they wake up. And that's a kind of abundance that most people, especially a lot of people with 9 to 5 jobs, do not have. And I feel like group two, you're that group that knows that you have a potential. You know that you have a creative vein, a creative purpose. You've always been drawn to those creative pathways and those creative conduits. But at the same time, there's also a part of you that continues to downcast them, that continues to say, yeah, but that's not serious. Yeah, but that's lazy. Or yeah, but that's not going to pay the rent. And though it may be true that at least at first that's not going to pay the rent, the truth is you hear this calling inside of you, and it's a calling that you have to listen to. Callings aren't put inside of us for no reason. They're put inside of us because that's the voice of God, the universe, God, whatever you believe in, it's speaking to us. It's our life's purpose. It's our calling. And so this is a sense of this is a confirmation for you. You do have that creative potential. You do have it. And not only do you have it, but you've been assigned it. So it may be a more difficult path, but it's something that you have to start paying more attention to. Now, it doesn't mean you have to quit your job tomorrow and risk your family's paying the mortgage, right? It just means that find a creative outlet. Take the 1 or 2 hours a night and start writing that book, or start taking an art class, or get into a theater group, a community theater group with people who are like you, and really start to learn about that creative side of yourself and nurture it a little bit more, so that on this first step, you can get a little less afraid of what it is. Nourish. What were I just talking about? Nourish your soul, finding a path to nourish who you are, understanding that earth nourishes all of us, that earth is what connects us to each other and deeper to ourselves, and that earth is always here for you. It may sound ridiculous, it may sound silly, but take your socks off, even in the wintertime in the snow, and put your feet in the bare ground. Go to the beach if there's a beach next to you. The beach is always the socially acceptable place to go barefoot, right? Nobody ever questions somebody who's barefoot at a beach. It's a great place for you to start reconnecting and actually feeling that you're not alone, and that the earth is always with you, and will help to balance out your vibration so that you can more clearly hear that creative potential that's buzzing inside of you. Earth and nature also always have provided tremendous amounts of inspiration for creative people everywhere, whether they were songwriters, whether they were movie makers, whether they were studio artists, it doesn't matter. Nature is the inspiration for everybody. So that's a wonderful place to connect to start getting that inspiration that you can actually feel, that's actually tangible and not just um, um, sort of ephemeral. That if you need that connection and you need that touch, go out to earth. Flowers and trees and birds and bees and sunsets and sunrises and waves have provided so much inspiration, and they're also tangible. So it's a great place to begin your connection to your creative self. But nourish those creative parts of you, because there's a sort of call here, an aching here that says, you haven't paid attention to me, and I need you to pay attention to me. There's a part of you that's dying that just wants to be allowed to live and allowed to be heard. And you owe it. You owe it to that part of you. Let's move on to, Ace of Cups. You're going to have all the resources you need. This is what you want to feel, right? Your cup will runneth over and feel so full when this part of you starts to come alive. It's almost like you'll feel rich even if you're not. You'll feel abundance, but it's also a statement that there's abundance here for you. Like this creative potential that's deep inside of you has been egging you on and telling you to do something for a reason. Trust that creativity, and remember that you can be a scientist and be creative. You can be a chemist and be creative. Trust those intuitive aspects of yourself and go with them and take those ideas the farthest that you can. Believe in them, because there's abundance in those ideas for you if you would just allow it to flow. Our next is Knight of Wands. This is, once again, it's interesting because pile one got Queen of Wands. This is Knight of Wands, so this is almost one step down. In other words, in terms of where you are in feeling your direction, where you are in knowing your direction. The Knight of Wands, knights get orders from the king and the queen, right? The knight needs to be given direction. He has tremendous amounts of creative potential. He has tremendous amounts of, he can just make progress. He can go fast and he can go headlong, but he needs to know where to go. So this is a beautiful, wonderful time, group 2, for you guys to be able to find your way, to be able to find your direction. This is the time that you take to nurture yourself and give yourself, surround yourself with the resources that you need to understand your creative potential better. This is the time for you to build you and decide your direction. This is the time for you to experiment so you know where you want to head. You have the resources, you have the potential, and definitely understand that you will have so much abundance on this road like you've never experienced or felt before. Masquerade. Oh, shoot. This is like that hardcore thud of you have not been living authentically. You've been living beautifully. You've been putting on a mask. Maybe it's the socially acceptable mask, like we were talking about before, of who you are supposed to be, who people want you to be, feeling like you're never completely and truly authentic. Feeling like you're never really realized, that people don't really see you. But the question of this card is, but do you show people you? What have you been pretending to be? What mask have you put on? Hide your face so the world will never find you. Who is it that you're scared of deep down inside? Who is it that you don't want people to see? This is the card of dressing up and playing pretend, but not to reveal who you are, but instead to hide who you are. So how can you use makeup and costume and show and marketing? How can you use those things now to, instead of hide who you are, reveal who you are and demonstrate to the world who you are? This is this is that beginner. I'm a little bit afraid. What will people think of me? What will they say? If I make these changes, will I keep the same friends? Probably not. Once you start making changes that bring you closer to your authentic self, a lot of people start to drop away and drop out of your life. Guess what? Those were never people that were supposed to really be in your life. They were what you settled for, not where you belong. Now, however that gets deep into your relationships, could just be the friends or the, like I said, the work that you do, definitely. But it could also be who, all the, depending on your personal situation, it could be all the way up to, well, who are you married to? Is that person really, 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 really deep down inside who you want to be with? Do they even really know you? Do you really even know you? This is almost like what I would joke as a midlife crisis kind of pile. I don't know how old you are, but this is waking up and awakening deep down inside of you to your more authentic self after you've dedicated enough time and enough resources to being inauthentic and putting on a face for everybody else. Ah, yes, and there you are. So interesting and so awkward and so adorable, still hiding inside the flowers, still hiding to try to find a way to fit in, not really sure that people will accept you, feeling awkward and but so curious. Do you see how he can't help but peek out, how he can't help but want to know what else is out there? You are so curious right now. Believe in that curiosity. It's Aquarius season. That's what it is. Aquarius season, broadening your mind, opening you up to new ideas, helping you see things in different ways, and emboldening your spirit, because it's almost like you crave seeing and experimenting and taking a chance. Go for it. Do it. I see that you're tentative. I see that you're hesitant. I see that you're a little bit worried, but that's okay, because like I said earlier in the reading, this is your time to collect more facts, collect more data, be curious. Just start and take those baby steps. Like I said, an hour, Monday through Friday, right after work, go to an art class or go to a theater club or go to voice lessons. Right now, you don't even have to tell anybody else that you're doing it. This could be your little secret with you, as long as you are nurturing that part of you that you've put away for so long, because you're curious and you've been awakened and it's not ever going to go back to sleep. Oh, beautiful. Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. I talked about that in the beginning when we got this card. Remember, nourish yourself, connect with nature, and connect with spirit. It's the first place that you go, because it's that place that's guaranteed to all of us. It's that place that belongs to all of us. Nobody can tell you can't go to a beach. Nobody can tell you that you can't sit under a tree at a park. Nobody can tell you that you can't lay your forehead against the trunk of a tree. Just don't worry about what other people think about you. Connect with nature. It is the first place to go to if you're just starting out and you're just awakening to the spiritual journey. It's the first place to go to, because it's that first conduit between the sort of the 3D matter that we're familiar with, and then the more spiritual world of that world of light and energy and vibrations that is harder for us to access. The trees will help you. The wind in the trees will help you. The waves will help you. You can connect with vibrations so easily through nature. It's so interesting how we got these two cards sort of sandwiching you in, so that you know that this is the place to start. Also, there's a sense of you've probably been feeling more things, feeling more connected, empathizing with people more. There's an awakening that's happening inside of you. You've just been shook awake. It could have been by a circumstance or a situation that just happened to you in your life, or it could just be in divine timing. Like I said, the season and the planetary alignments of shaking you awake and waking you up. You may have experienced yourself being a lot more empathetic to people. Instead of accusing or judging or trying to fix things, you're just listening more, and you're understanding things that you hadn't understood before. You're approaching life in a more compassionate way, and whether you know why or you don't know why, this experience is starting to change you as a person. Be playful. Start shallow. And I know that sounds crazy. It sounds almost counterintuitive to everything that I've just said, but it's not. Start somewhere. Start in the beginning. Start at a play. Be playful. join a group, join a club, allow yourself to play, allow yourself to enjoy, splash your feet, your bare feet in the water. Go back to being more jovial. Go, like I said, you don't have to quit your job and risk not paying your mortgage. Just start with those little steps. Just start, like I said, with community theater. Like, don't try to get an agent tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Don't spend $2,000 on headshots and quit your job and move away to a new city. Start with a community theater program. Start by working in independent films or student films. Like, get your feet wet. Start. You're just starting. Acknowledge that you're just starting and be playful with it right now. Just look at it. I don't want to say this word. I don't want to call it a hobby because it's not. It's a passion that's just starting to awake. But it doesn't matter right now if other people think it's a hobby. It doesn't matter what other people think. What matters is that you're just getting your feet wet in this new and wonderful world that you really, really do belong to. You wouldn't be called to it if you didn't belong to it. Honesty is essential. Speak with love and truth. Look at the two cards that came out. Wow. The two cards in the same pile. Both cards are masquerade cards. This is really usually about being in a relationship where one person hides who they are to make the other to be what they think the other person wants, and the other person turns their back and just doesn't even want to acknowledge or see the other, like, turn their back to the dishonesty because they'd rather not know. So this is about living inauthentically, and maybe, and I touched upon this a little bit, being in an inauthentic relationship. I don't know if some of you are in a relationship that you've been in for a long time, and right now it's just a sense of you don't feel connected to that person anymore because as you awaken, you realize that you chose them based on who you pretended to be, and maybe they chose you based on who you pretended to be. And now it's starting to feel inauthentic, and that connectivity between the two of you is sort of breaking down internally. And that's why it's because the authentic you is starting to wake up and has to be noticed, demands being noticed, demands being realized. And it could very well be a totally different person that's behind there. Like I said, go slow. I think the first shock, though, to this second group, as you awaken and as you start to put these passions first, will be to your relationship. It'll be some sort of struggle or conflict with who are you? I don't think I even know you. But that's because for so long it was inauthentic. There was a pairing that was inauthentic here. There was a sense of the two of you maybe getting to know each other deeper, but first you have to go through this struggle period of basically reintroducing yourselves to each other all over again. This time introducing yourself as who you really are inside and out, and them doing the same, and the two of you maybe meeting each other for the first time. This is also a sense of maybe, just maybe, you're in a situation where you haven't met the right person in your life because you haven't been the full you. You haven't been authentically yourself. And there's no way that you can meet the right person if you aren't the true person that you are. So this is a sense of drop the facade, drop the makeup, drop trying to be what you think other people want, and just start being you. And what magic it will work for calling in your soulmate. I can't tell you how many times I saw repeated numbers, which to me mean divine counterparts, as I was watching, as I was doing this reading. I just saw another one, 43. So to me, what that says is almost like your divine counterpart is searching for you and they're calling for you, but they're not going to find you if you're dressed up and masqueraded as somebody else. You have to call them in authentically, being yourself out loud every single day. It's the only way to call them in. So if you've been struggling to find that partner, they're ready for you. They're wanting to find you. And your first step toward them is toward a more authentic you. Ooh, wow. Group two, beautiful. Lots of change. But I feel like I feel like this is just a confirmation, to be honest with you, of change that you actually already know about, and you can feel it beneath the surface. It's been on its way for a long time. Ooh. So prayers for you, group 2. And I really hope you found some sort of inspiration or good insights that can help you and guide you on your path moving forward, especially support for, hey, we're on your side. We're all a group of eclectic people. Look at what I do for a living, right? Doing strange things, worrying about what might people think about me, yada, yada, yada. Inevitably you live and die, you breathe and eat by yourself. Like it's you that you have to be true to first, and that's what welcomes in people who are authentic to you, or authentic vibration to you. So I do hope that you enjoyed this reading, and I'm going to move on to group 3. Let's go to group 3. We're looking at 43, no, 45, 30. Let's do that. Group 3. Give me a second, guys. I know we're live, but I'm feeling so nasal and congested. I apologize. Group 3. I love pick-a-cards because I don't know. It's just, I don't know what the cards are going to say before you know. So it's almost like all my skills have to be like really focused and really in tune as I do this. Group 3, faith. Do not lose faith. The storm clouds will soon clear and the sun will shine once more. I feel like group 3, you're also a crowd that's in it to win it, but you have really been tested. You've gone through your winter. You've gone through your dark phase. You've gone through your Jon Snow just got stabbed 5 times type of thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you're like, how could this happen to me? I'm a good person. I don't understand. I feel completely abandoned. So group 3, it's almost like you know who you are, you know what you want, you know what's important to you, but you're constantly being put to the test, and it's been going on a little too long. The gray skies haven't cleared up for quite some time. The clouds have been a little bit too thick, and the intensity of the storm has swept away a lot of things that are important to you. So and it looks like there has been a lot of pushback towards you, and you haven't been well received, and if you've shared things and you've tried to get things going, they've been ignored, pushed back, exploited, downcast. There's a lot of gray in your life right now, or a lot of hardship that you've probably gotten through, but listen, the scars have gone deep. So this is definitely a reminder and a message coming through from spirit. I have got your back. Those storm clouds are going to clear up faster than you could possibly know. Do not give up right before you win. You're always the most tired as you reach the peak. You're always at risk of failure right before you win, because you're tired, because you're weather worn, because you have struggled. Do not give up, because you are so close. You're about to bump into it, but I can feel you wanting to quit. I can feel you crumbling. That's natural. I love you. I'm with you. Keep going. I don't care if you can't walk, then crawl, right? If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, just keep going. That's a Martin Luther King Jr. quote, and you need to hear it. It's coming through right now. You have got to keep going. You will win. You will win. You will win. I promise you, you will win. Ask your soul. Interesting. You're being called to get real and realign yourself. Why did you start on this journey? Why did you start on this path? What did it mean to you? All of those things that you're considering hardships now, are they hardships? Because what is it you're really doing this for? If you haven't gotten the right attention, and you haven't gotten support, and you've been denied any kind of success, like financial success, is that what you started? Is that why you started? Was it money? Was it accolades? Was it fame? Was it attention? Is that what you were after? What were you really after? And are you really that far from that success? This is about remember. Remember, Simba. Remember who you are. Remember why you started this to begin with. Where is that soul journey pulling you? Why did you step your foot on the path to begin with? Was it so that you could get rich? And that's why you feel like a failure? Was it so that you could be famous and nobody knows your name yet? What was it? What was the real reason? Or is it because, like group one, you know you have this passion, you have faith in it, you believe in it, and you actually love what you do? And like group two, you were awakened and you were called, and this was always a journey of faith. This is a call to remember why you got on this road to begin with. And no, it is not spend another 20 years through hardship. This is the message that has to show up just to push you those extra couple of feet so that you don't give up right before you win. Okay, this is the card, and this is the energy that's going to get you over that line. Okay, that's the energy of I remember why I started this. I remember what I really wanted. I remember what was important to me, and I have those things already. So I have the strength to keep going. And I'm telling you, you're about to bump into the clouds. You're about to bump into your win. You're about to bump into your win. What? Everybody knows this card because we all love to see it. This is the fulfillment. This is the wishes come true card. This is that you have everything you want. You end up with all your cups full. But this is also the card that says you already have everything you need. You already have everything that you want. You already have all the resources. It's already there. I know you feel drained, but remember, you're not. Realize that everything you ask for is already here. It's there. It's yours. It's yours. It's yours. It's yours. Sit back right now. Right now, it's already mine. I already have it. It's mine. Feel it in your hands. Know it. Sense it. Own it. Kiss it. Reach out to it. Grab its hand. Grab its butt. Whatever part you want to grab it. Because group three, it's yours. This is your wish is coming true. Another message for you to tell you, hey, it's yours. You have it. You sit on the throne of abundance, surrounded by cups that are full, running over themselves for you, secure and solid, fulfilled, happy. This purpose, what you do, is the fulfillment. It's the fulfillment already because it's what you love. It's what you want. You're already fulfilled. This is yet another one of those messages that's going to push you over the finish line to say you're doing what you love, so you're already fulfilled. You already have everything you want. If you're living an authentic life, you have everything that you need. It's yours. It's yours. It's yours. Your wishes have already come true to get you into that mindset that's going to push you just those few extra feet to get. And listen, I just saw somebody said, I'll crawl 500 miles. You can go crawl those 500 miles. But understand, even though 500 miles sounds like a lot, take 1 second, only 1 second, and look back. How far have you come already? That 500 miles compared to how far you've come already is a drop in the bucket, I guarantee you. What you're being asked to walk to cross that finish line is nothing compared to what you've already gone through. So you keep going because you don't want to lose everything you've already gained because you gave up right before you won. Keep going. And remember, you already have it. You already have everything you need. Oh, man, the devil. Oh, I actually like that he showed up here because at least he's revealing himself. At least he's showing that he's present here. And this is maybe what's holding you back is creature comforts. Maybe what's making you lose faith is fear. That's what the devil really is fear. That's why we get attached to those things that, those creature comforts, drugs, alcohol. I don't know if you're experiencing real issues with those things or even just creature comforts. This is what is holding you back? What is it that you're scared to lose? Or what is it making you feel like a loser already because of the fact that you don't have it? This is a remember what is this is just pointing it out really blatantly about your focus is on the wrong things. Your focus has to go back to what fills up those cups and what you loved about this to begin with, instead of what do I want to hold on to. That's what it is. You understand? It's that last step before you find your treasure. I talked about this in one of my daily readings about that last step in The Alchemist, where he was doing really, really well, right? The main character was doing so well. He worked for the merchant. He was popular where he was. He made a lot of money. He's made so much money. He put extra money away. He could have been so tempted to get caught up in those creature comforts and stay where he was, stay there. And he was asked to just give it all up so that he could find his treasure. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is that last temptation is what I'm saying. Like that last temptation, of course it's coming to you now. Of course, group 3, because you're about to win and the devil's going to come to you. Oh, my candle just blew out. Oh, shoot. I'm lighting another candle. I'm going to ring this bell and light another candle right now. Right now, I'm going to light another candle. This is the reminder that the devil wants to show up to hold you back. The devil wants to show up right before, of course. Did you get the hardships? Or even worse, did you get the promotion, right? Did you get the bonus check that you're tempted to keep going, right? These creature comforts all around you, right? That's the temptation. That's the creepiest, grimiest temptation. So group 3, once these clouds dissipate, you might be hit with this huge offer, right? That says, oh, look, all your dreams are coming through right now. But are they really your dreams, or are they just creature comforts? Are they just that fast track to fame and fortune? Is it really what you want? Is it really your dreams? This is your last step, group 3, before the big win. That temptation, that tempter is going to come through and give you what you think it is that you want, right? And that's why you're being asked by Spirit to remember what it is you really want. Remember what it is you were really asking for, because you're about to get tempted. And this temptation only comes up when you're about to win, right? It's only going to test people who are this close to the big prize to see who makes it through and who fails. You got to make it through. Make it through by remembering that you already have everything that you love, because you're loving what you do and you believe in yourself. And why did I start out on this path to begin with? Why did I really get into it? Realign yourself with that why, and I guarantee you this will hold no power over you. Turning up this card, intuition. Oh, this is a deep freaking reading. This is dark stuff, but it's beautiful. This full moon, there's a full moon coming up in Leo, and you see her, she's kind of almost creepy looking, but this is that voice in the dark. Use your intuition. What does your intuition tell you? I bet your intuition is going to tell you, don't take this deal. I know you want it. I know you want to grab it, but don't take it because something's not right about it. You're being asked to believe your intuition and listen to Spirit. Intuition is Spirit talking through you, talking to you directly. You're being asked to use your intuition. Why? Because the devil don't show up to the party in horns and hooves. He's going to make this look real good and real beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Work for Beauty. Thank you so much for that donation. He's going to make it look real, real good. Your intuition is what's going to come through to tell you it's a trap. It's a trap. It's a trap. Don't be afraid to be broke. Don't be afraid to be poor. Don't be afraid to be resource and material deficient. Because this is Capricorn, and Capricorn loves those creature comforts. It loves its material things, right? Intuition's got nothing to do with that. It's with stark bare, stark poor, but completely and totally sincere. Use your intuition. Your intuition is going to guide you through this last temptation right before you get to heaven. Oh man. It's almost giving me chills. I have to say that, group 3. Dude, you're like, look at this. This is somebody everybody wants. Everybody wants you. Everybody's chasing you. Everybody's after you. Everybody's looking at you. You're about to be bum rushed by the crowds. Once you use your intuition to overcome this temptation, and it could just be the temptation to give up. It could just be the temptation to give up everything now. Let it all go. Turn back because you want, the nice house, and you want the good bonus, and you want. You've got to get rid of it. You've got to let it go. You've got to let it go. Your intuition is going to help get you through, guide you through, reconnecting to your soul purpose and why you got into this to begin with. It wasn't the creature comforts. It was the freedom to be who you are out loud. It was the freedom to be what you want to be without anybody else pulling the strings. It was the freedom to share your voice with who you are, to design yourself for the world to see. It was to be authentically you out loud. It wasn't for the glitz and the glamour and the fame and the fortune. It was for the freedom and the authenticity and the truth. You remember that. And you break through it, and I'm telling you, people are going to be all after you, chasing you. This person is being chased down. Everybody wants them. Everybody wants them. It's almost like he's running away from the crowds. You may actually be running away from the crowds. But eventually, listen, he's well-to-do. He's going to have it all. This is like fame and fortune, people coming after you. The only way that you can really prepare for this stage of life is to be truly and completely aligned with yourself, because this is why the temptation happens. This is why the trials happen, so that you can really be prepared for where you're headed. Because this group 3, you're not headed just to little bit success. You're headed to ridiculous success, okay? And the only way that you cannot lose yourself once you hit that point is if you have not lost yourself the whole time. Because you don't find yourself once you get there. You can easily get lost in the crowd if you don't know who you are. So you are being asked to remember who you are, and why you got into this. Why? Because you're about to make the big breakthrough. That's why. Keepers of the earth. This is a connectivity to ancestors, and this is also spirit messages coming through animals. You are not alone. Ancestors stand beside you. Oh, now I just got chills. I'm telling you right now, you've always been protected and guarded. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be coming through ancestral messages, maybe yes, dreams, but I think spirit animals, totems, are going to be contacting you, sending you messages, showing you that they're there, ancestors communing with you or showing you that they're there through totems. Do you see the totem aspect of this image, as well as all the spirit animals surrounded down below? A sense of connectivity, of spirit speaking through animals, those sincere, true voices. Also reminding yourself to be authentic and to be true to all living creatures, and not just sell out and think of only the ones that are fancy and abundant. And this is a remember where you come from, right? This is, once again, you're being asked maybe to slow down, or blocks are being put in your way, to remember who you come from and reconnect with what's really important to you. Because we're not sitting you on the throne so that you can lose yourself and become like the mad king. Sorry. Hi, everybody. You can connect and guide everybody in the correct way, right? So what you need to be working guidance, and this is the message for you, group 3, it's centering yourself. It's remembering who you are, remembering and feeling a root, so that you're rooted, so that when the storm comes, you don't blow away, so that when in the midst of this storm, you're not going to blow away. You're tethered, you're connected. This is like been connected for generations. This is like generational reward and abundance, generational breakthrough, a karmic breakthrough, you being pushed by all those people who came before you to be in this one moment in time. It's like, did you see the Star Wars movie where Rey heard all the voices of the like Jedi from the past? It's kind of like that. It's kind of like you are the culmination of a lot of people's efforts to bring you here. So remember the connectivity, remember where you come from so that you can once again be tethered to who you really are and what your purpose really is. Whoa, porcupine spirit, time for a beginner mind. This is walking in, this is Aquarius energy. So something's about to pop off during Aquarius season, but it's also about truth and basically being willing to like spike people with the truth. That's, you got to walk into each room dolled up, dressed up, not disguising what you are, but brandishing all those little needles all over your back. This is about truth telling, taking people out with the truth, using your words and using your communication and going in there with the truth as your weapon every single time. This is also, 100%. It's just like not being afraid to say the truth, not being afraid of who you are, not being afraid of what you look like or being ugly or being, you're not, you walk into the room completely confident and letting people know exactly who you are. Porcupine doesn't disguise himself, right? You see all his spikes. You know real well, real clear what you're messing with if you mess with porcupine. This is a sense of spiritually you are defended. You are going to be looked after. And the truth is going to be one of your most major defenses. Understand that. This is opening yourself up because you can, because you've earned the armor that you wear and you wear it with confidence. This is also looking at a bad situation in a different way. You know, like seeing that cute, cuddly character underneath, walking into this situation and seeing that it really is just about preparing you to be able to become that strong person that you need to be. Make sure that you are, so that when you walk into that room, you don't get attacked and you don't get taken down. Interesting, all of these cards. Ooh, appreciate this moment. Every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. Like, yeah, you're being prepared. Right here, right now is where your focus has to be. Not what you want in the future, and not, not dreaming of the past or being stuck in the past and being tempted to stay in the past. No, this is about you see. You can see, you can almost see viscerally in front of you where you're headed. You know where you can see your dreams coming true. Believe in it, live in it, like put your face in it, like Harry Potter and the Pensier, right? Like just like put your face in it, like believe in it, know it. This is you with the future in your sights. Be in this present moment. Be here right now. Connect your future with where you are right now so that you can make the connection from one to the other to ensure that that's where you are. That's your now already. That's the now that's coming. This is just another now for you, right? Be right here right now. This is waiting for you. Essentially, it's waiting for you. It's in the works. It's real. It's real. It just hasn't been delivered to you yet. The delivery is coming. Oh my gosh, I promise you it's coming. Live in the here, live in the now, so that your abundance, no, I've said this over and over, your abundance knows where to arrive. If you focus on the here and now, if you are present here and now, and you trust in the here and now, even if it's not perfect, believe me, your abundance will know how to get to you. Group 3, wow, you put me through it, man. You put me through it. And then at the end of this reading, I want all of you guys to guess which group that I picked. I want all of you to guess what group that I picked. Oh, that one put me through it. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Group 4. Yeah, group. Uh-oh. When you can't read your hashtag, when you can't read your own handwriting. Dude. Group 4. Let's look at the timestamp. All right. Let me clear my energy a little bit. Group 4. Destiny. Ooh. That was like the coin just hit the water, man. Bam! Your destiny is to blossom, to shine, to transform to an ever greater light. Destiny. Oh, man. Group 4, I don't even know if you know what you're being called to, but there is something about you that is 100% destined. You are destined for something important. I'm going to use that adjective, important, because I don't know if it's great. I don't know if it's grand. I know it's important. You have a destiny about you. I don't know if you felt it, but I think that you have. I don't even know if you felt like a specific calling so much as you know that there's a purpose, why you're feeling things and what you're drawn to and why you think the way you think or are the way you are. This is the confirmation that there is a destiny about you, about your presence, and the coin has hit the water. Your destiny is about to be revealed to you, or you're about to take the first step onto that path that reveals you to everybody. Oh, I'm like quaking and shaking. Like I thought that group 3 had done me in. This is big time destiny. Destiny. You are destined. There is something destined about you. And I almost feel like a lot of you kind of like picked this group along with another group. So it's interesting. It's interesting that I got that message. I don't know, but it's almost like there is some destiny in here. And if that is that little piece that keeps you going, then that's all you need. That's your message. That's your message. That you are destined. There is destiny about you, group 4. There is something that is meant to be. And I'm telling you, you're getting this message now because the coin has hit the water. Destiny has started to roll and to be put in place. It has started to get into action. The ripples have been sent out. You can feel it coming. There is something coming your way. Oh, darn. Soul journey. Oh my God. It's like, whoa, holy moly. What did I say? You're starting on your journey. You just stepped out of that door. You've put your first footstep onto that path. And in doing so, I don't know, group 4, if you've just signed up for classes or you've just moved to another state or you've just accepted a marriage proposal or you've just signed adoption papers or you've just found out you were pregnant. Something has just happened to you where that coin was, which was that coin dropping into the water and sending those ripples out. Your destiny has just started and your soul journey has just begun. Something about, and you know exactly what I'm talking. I know that you could feel that ripple in your gut every time I say it to you. I'm telling you right now, you know that you felt it. I could almost feel you feeling that shake, that quake beneath you that confirmed something has totally changed when I made this decision. Something moved, something shifted when I made this choice, and I can't go back. There's something about this that is destined, that is meant to be. And this is your confirmation. You have put your first footstep, that toe, boom, the coin hit the water. You could be fulfilling something that, karmically you were put on this path many lifetimes ago, and it's coming to fruition now. You could be the karmic breakthrough for your family. There is something that has been building, like that wind rolling towards you, and poosh, it just hit you. And I can feel you feeling it just hit you. I can feel this drop. You could feel it. You could feel it in your gut when I said it. I know you can. I know you can. And maybe you haven't been able to understand it and understand why that feeling came to you. Destiny, 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 destiny. Destiny. Oh, you just put your foot on your destined path. You have got to stop. Like, who does this? Who gets these cards? What did I say about putting your foot on the path? Bam! 8 of Cups. Walking away from the old and starting out on a new journey. Saying, I am leaving this empty bull, you know what, behind. I am on my road to something else. Group 4, you literally just stepped your foot out. Like you just got the courage, the energy to move yourself forward. You just started, you did it, you got out the door, and this is the journey that you were destined to be on. This is the pathway to the rest of your life. How do you get this card? Like this card, you left back, you like eight of cups gone, left something in the past, you let it drop, you let it behind. You made that passionate, empowered statement to spirit. This is where I belong. I don't belong back there. I'm getting out of there. I will not settle. I can't be there any longer. I am choosing a whole new path. In other words, this is a confirmation that you just left your old path behind. You just left your old life behind. The past is the past. It's gone. It's never coming back. You just left your old path behind. There was a decision that you just made that completely and totally changed the course of your life. And your destiny is 100% in front of you. It's got nothing to do with what you left behind anymore. This is a total transformation. Butterfly from caterpillar. This is you just made a choice that changed your life forever. Whoa. You can't make this shit up. I'm telling you right now. You guys are putting me through the ringer. You really are. Change is going to come. Change is going to come. And I feel like this has already happened to you. Something has already shook. Something already shook you. Something already changed the course of your life. Something that you never thought could come down came down. The tumble, crowd, total destruction. Like you, maybe it was horrible, maybe it was wonderful, but something just cracked apart your life. Lightning bolt power, and it is gone. It's done. It's over. Your old life doesn't exist anymore. I'm telling you right now, either when you put your toe on your path, everything crumbled because it's like you were holding everything up, or it's everything crumbled to push you on that path because you were destined for something else. Group 4, you are the destiny crowd. You are the sharp turn angle crowd. You are the sharp detour. You are the, wait, where am I? I never expected myself to be here, but you know you have to move forward because the past doesn't exist anymore. You were pushed. The tower comes out because it's destiny. The tower, this is how can all these cards come out together? It's crazy. So group 4, I feel like most of you have already experienced it. You already know what I'm talking about. Or group 4, this might be happening to you sometime. I'm talking like the next week, very near future. But something is about to come and shake up your world so that it changes for good, because your path was not the path that you were on. You have got to walk away from that path and get onto another one. Your destiny is elsewhere. You can feel it. Oh my God, I know that you can feel it. Like I feel you feeling it. I can feel you being like, the only way is forward because there's nothing left for you back there. Oh, something has happened to completely and totally change your life. The walls have crumbled. There is nothing left. And that's why you're walking forward. You have just started your true path. Oh my God. I'm like super psyched. Good fortune, abundance, opulence, luxury. Do you understand that you would never have gotten here if this didn't happen? If that tower didn't come and shake up your life and make you move, you would have denied yourself this. This is almost like the fulfillment of 3, 2, 1. All of the journeys that we went through before in all the other piles. Why? Because this is almost like you were not supposed to stay on that final step. Why did you set up your house there? I had to bring it down because your destiny was not where you decided to build your condominium complex. You had treasure waiting for you. You have treasure waiting for you. Now you get your butt out there and do it. And this was spirit intervention that you discovered. This was spiritual intervention that shook you up and forced you to get out of that safety zone and move forward. It wasn't spirit hating you. It wasn't spirit cursing you. It was spirit saying, you have a treasure waiting for you. You have abundance waiting for you, and you need to go get it. That was divine intervention. I'm telling you, even group 4, if you're experiencing dark times right now, you're lost, you're scared, you're worried, you don't know what's happening, this divine intervention happened because you have no idea. You haven't even dreamed the amount of beauty that lies ahead of you, and you had to be pushed forward, or else you were never, ever, ever going to take this risk. You were never going to do it. I had to push you. I had to get you to walk out that door. This is what's ahead of you. You will be loved. You will be cared for. You will be protected. You will be watched over. And more than anything, you will end up in a place that is so beautiful that when you get there, you will be so humble and grateful. You will literally arrive in heaven on earth. My dog just looked at me like, I swear, I can't. Defensiveness, protectiveness, not knowing. This is interesting. This is almost like not knowing who your friends are, being helped by people along the way that you thought were trying to threaten you or hurt you, right? This is a card of the two of you. These are two sides almost engaging in a fight because they don't understand each other, because they don't understand that what the both of those parties want is protection, is love. They actually want the same things. They have a lot more in common than they think, but instead right now they're being defensive. And you could very well be defensive right now. You could very well think, oh, Spirit hates me. I just got my life ruined. My life just got destroyed. Everything is crumbling down around me. It hurts so much. I'm cursed. I'm this, I'm that. No, that's not what it is. You're just not realizing and seeing that you just met your soul tribe, or you just met your destiny, or whatever it's doing this to you. It's doing this to you for the better of you. That's what's going on here. And this is being around people that you don't recognize yet are your best friends. Being around people that you don't realize that you're more alike than you know. It's like you maybe didn't even know where you belonged or who your soul tribe was, because it was so hidden from you. It was like a veil was put over your eyes, and this hurt and this pain is really the sun blazing your retina for the first time. It's the light is finally coming in because you've lived in the dark so long. You thought the dark was abundant. You thought the dark was the safe place. You thought the dark was where you belonged. And now those walls have tumbled down around you. Let me ask you something. Don't you think the walls would have crushed you if it was meant to destroy you? Those walls could have tumbled in any direction. They tumbled around you so you could get out. They didn't tumble on top of you to ruin you. If Spirit really wanted to ruin you, wouldn't they have brought the walls down right on top of you? Wouldn't you be done? You're not done. You're free. And it feels like torture at first, because the chains had sunken into your arms so deep that it hurts when they come off. It feels scary at first because that gilded cage looks so pretty and safe from the inside, and now it's scattered all around you, completely destroyed, and it looks horrible. It looks ugly, and it used to look so beautiful, and now it looks horrendous. But now the freedom is there, and freedom is scary. And the wild road is in front of you, and that's frightening. And it looks like it's trying to attack you, but it's not. It really is you. It's what you're destined for. it's the right crew, it's the right crowd, and you, it's more authentically you than you understand right now. Oh, I just got another message, because this is the number 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 always relates to the major arcana in the original tarot of the Lovers. So this could very well be, you could also have just met somebody that is the love of your life and your destiny, but not even recognize them yet because the two of you are butting heads. That's a little bit of a interlude for some of you. Birthing a new age. Birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. You just been tapped. You've just been tapped. The universe literally just woke you up out of your slumber. You've just been, you don't even know why. You don't even know why it's you. You know what? It don't matter. It is you because you're the one that was tapped. That's the only thing that you need to worry about right now. Yes, this is your burden. This is your path. This is your way. It's almost like your world just being completely blown apart. You know, like Harry Potter getting his letter from Hogwarts. I'm not a wizard. I'm just Harry. Yeah. Okay. Sure. That's what this is. That's 100% what this is. You're not just Harry. You're not just Harry. You're the story of a 7-book like a 7-book epic that was destined to change the world. And you're just like, you're blown away right now. You're at the blown away phase still. But do you see how, look at all the rocks around her? It's like, do you see it all around her? If you looked at where the rocks fell, you would see that they fell to a new foundation. You would see that the walls came down to get into a new formation, to be the stage and the foundation of what you truly were destined to be. I'm telling you right now, I feel like some of you just felt like slap, like back slap, like this is almost like a backlash. You don't even know why this is happening to you, because it needs to happen to you, because it's meant to happen to you, because this is 150% the road that you're supposed to be on, that you were always supposed to be on. And I'm sorry for you guys who were real comfortable in that old life, but there's only one way now for you, and that's forward. And this was all meant to be. It was all supposed to happen. Your destiny just knocked on your door. What are you going to do with it? It's like that first knock that Bilbo Baggins gets from the elves, and he's like, wait, what? He had no idea what was going on, but his life was going to change forever. And the reason why is because you're part of the next phase. You're birthing a new age, right? It's like, if you know the story of the Lord of the Rings, it's like it didn't just start with Frodo, it started with Bilbo. And that was like what really started churning, like him finding the ring was really what churned everything and got everything into motion. So what you've just been tapped for, that tower moment in your life, all of those things are happening to you, not only for you and your destiny, but for a whole new larger picture that you actually have an integral part in. I know it sounds crazy, but I don't think it does to the people who, like, you're getting me. You know what I'm saying? Time to let go. Oh my God. What, I mean, it was probably time to let go a long time ago, but you didn't let go. And something was nagging at your heart and gnawing at your heart and hurting your heart for maybe years, but you didn't let go. And what happened? Somehow I know that you've been getting the message through and through that something was wrong and inauthentic and incorrect and not right about your life for a very long time, but you were just too comfortable and kept pushing it down, pushing it down, pushing it down, even though it was nagging at you and gnawing your heart and hurting you. In some ways, it was hurting you, and you were helping it to hurt you because you were keeping it around and holding on. It's time to let go. Time to let go, group 4. It's time to let go. If this hasn't happened already, and like I said, for most of you it has, but if this hasn't, it's going to happen. It's going to happen because your butt needs to get out that door and start on your journey. You have to let go. You have to let go. It's time. This is time. It's not only time for you, it's time for the bigger picture that you're a part of. And I told you, this card only comes up when Spirit is like, so we've been shouting at you and screaming at you, and now we're just gonna shove you out the damn door. That's all. That's when this happens. Like, that's when you lose the job. That's when your spouse leaves you. That's when somebody, God forbid, I hope not, passes away. You know what I'm saying? That's when this happens. When you are just like, get out of the door. You got to get out now. I told you, and you didn't listen. That's when this happens, and it doesn't happen to hurt you. It happens to free you. Time to let go. Time to let go of the hurt. Time to let go of feeling like you've been attacked. Time to let go of the past and the rubble all around you. Time to let go of it all. Time to let go of the idea that you're being persecuted when you're not. You're being liberated. Oh, time to let go of that feeling that you're all alone, because you're not. You're going to be supported and you're being guided. The blessings are, you can't even imagine. Oh my God. Okay. Like, you can, I don't make this shit up. I just read the cards. New love. New love coming in your life. But this card, this is for my romantic tarot. When you watch me every day, you know this card is like new actual love coming into your life. But this card in and of itself, let me read it to you, because it doesn't just mean new love. And oh my God, 2 + 6 is 8. 8 is the infinity sign. 8 is the number of destiny. It's that one step beyond creation. It's what was designed for you. This is the destiny card. This is why the tower happened, because this new was trying to come in. It needs to happen now, and you weren't making room for it. Okay? So let me read you this card. Embrace an opportunity for love in your work prospects or for spiritual growth. It's coming in. Brand new, new love, new world, new abundance, luxury. It's time, little group 4s. It's time. It's time to let go. And that tower is going to come by to ensure that you let go if you decide not to do it yourself, because this is 8. It's destiny. You are destined for something else. You are, if you're working that CEO corporate job, you are destined to go into business for yourself. You're destined to do charity work for the rest of your life and discover a cure for cancer. You're destined. This is all about what you were designed to do. And I'm telling you right now, group 4, it's coming right there. It's about to hit home. Your hands have got to be wide open. You can't be held down, or your arms filled with all the old stuff that you're trying to, it's not even you. It's coming in. It's there. You are part of this bigger picture. You are part of this larger purpose. And I am so sorry about how much this hurts. I am so sorry about how scary it is. But the beauty that you are a part of, you are just scratching the surface of now. I'm going to leave it there, because that reading just completely and totally rocked my world. Rocked my world. Whoa. 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 All right, so all of you who are still with me, what group do you think I chose? I want to see what you guys think. As I wipe my nose. What group do you think I chose? I want to see what you guys think. Let's take a poll. Group 1, 2, 3, or 4. Because I did choose a group before we started. I was called to a group just like you. I had no idea what any of these cards were. I had no idea what any of these cards were going to be. No idea at all. What group do you think I chose? I want to know. You can either tell me now or you can leave the comments below, but I'm really curious as to know which group you think I chose, and then I will definitely either in the comments tomorrow or something, I will tell you guys. But I do want to say thank you, thank you, thank you so much for joining me. This has been the bomb. It's been amazing. I love reading and I love all of the energies and all of the messages that came through somehow speak to me and can help me. If you guys have watched all of my dog's like eating eating my night clothes. Um, if you guys have watched all of the groups, thank you for sticking with me for the whole hour and a half. I really, really am grateful. But there's something a little bit in each of those messages that you probably needed to hear, and I'm glad that you got to hear them all and you stuck with me. And thank you so much for supporting the channel and helping it grow. If you can, please share this video to your YouTube profile, your Facebook profile, Twitter, wherever you want to share it. That always helps. But I'm really, really interested in knowing. Let's see if any. Oh, no new comments have come in. All right, guys. So that's okay. I know I've been protected by angels all my life. I love that, Raymond. I love that. So I hope you go out. You have plenty of time to enjoy the rest of this Saturday night. I'm going to be staying in, but Super Bowl Sunday is tomorrow for those of you in the US. So I know most of us party, going to a friend's house. Got to make some hors d'oeuvres for that right now. Sort of just getting everything prepped. Remember, Romantic Tarot is going to come out. It's going to be here Sunday night. So Romantic Tarot is going to happen starting Sunday. And then the horoscopes start Monday through Thursday. And I hope you guys tune into those too. Thank you so much for joining me. These messages were off the hook and all of them were earth shattering. I want to see what you think I chose. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.